Hi, good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've seen you. We're heading into week 7, so it's flying by as predicted. So this is licensure, a post about what your state licensure is and the process to get there for your LSW, at least here in Pennsylvania, that's what that is. And I'm understanding, I could be wrong, that even a jump start on taking the exam is possible. But don't quote me on that. I have to do my research this week as well. So last week was termination. So I really enjoyed reading your reflections, your posts about this issue. Those of you who I've spoken to in life field, we talked about how potent the issue of termination or ending, I like that word better, is for clients and for us, and how oftentimes the opportunity, if presented, a lot of times endings are unplanned, unexpected, and they can leave a lot of unresolved feelings, good or bad. So if you have the opportunity to fully end with a client, it is very powerful, because it's just oftentimes an opportunity for the person you're serving to actually sit with the feelings of sadness or abandonment or fear of rejection or whatever comes up for them, or loss or grief, based on their previous experiences. So if it's even in a minute way where it's a gesture or comment made, you can explore that further without hitting it over the head, but helping clients understand what previous endings had felt like and how this one is different or the same. And I've had a lot of experiences over the years where that provided a lot of really cool insight or some interesting moments for the client's progress and growth. So, and for mine as well. And of course, the articles and everything talked about the parallel process with your supervisors. That's also not an unreal thing. That's very much a thing. So if you, like a lot of you spoke about, perhaps some ambivalency, wanting to hold on to that relationship because of its supportive nature, but then also your desire to launch and to be ready to move forward. And maybe some of you, I don't think I heard a lot of this, but most of you reported positive relationships, but some of you might have thought about facets of your supervisory relationship that were unfulfilled or weren't what you had hoped for, or had some barrier to them. And so it's still not too late to bring up those issues if you feel safe enough to do so. Of course, it always depends on safety in a relationship. But you do carry your previous supervisory experiences or supervision experiences with you to your next, just like your patients, clients. Consumers take their previous experiences with helpers or professionals or counselors to their next, as we have in our own lives. You can think about that. So ending, termination isn't just a week's discussion. It's a really important part of this work, and it's coming up fast. If some of you had said that you hadn't told your patients or clients or whoever you're working with, I would definitely do that now. If you're not telling them, then that's an interesting conversation for supervision. What are you feeling unresolved about, or is there something there? Or maybe it's not. Maybe you just didn't get around to it. But really, as interns, the discussion of ending should always be mentioned earlier than later. I've often thought even mentioning it at the beginning of the relationship, not every day, but just so that it's clear, is actually the best practice. So hopefully everyone's been guided to do so. So that's that on termination and ending. After this week, we have a break. Week 8 is self-care break. And then we get into case presentations. So everybody's gotten their assignment for case presentations. Please reach out to me if you haven't. Remember, timesheets are now due. And that's a bit. Oh, we have process recordings and I believe a field reflection paper coming up. If it's not already this week, I have to go back and look. So when I post this, I'll make sure I have that included. Some of you asked when the last day of field is. I believe it to be April 25th, as I understand it, but go ahead and check the field calendar, okay? I also will check that too before I post this and link it. And otherwise, if there's anything else going on, let me know, and we can handle that and get on top of anything that might be an issue before we get closer to the end here. So I hope you're all well, first and foremost. Secondly, I hope everything's going okay. And thirdly, I look forward to hearing more about your discussions. Oh, and I believe most of you are at the 5 to 5 out of peer-to-peer discussion. So I am about to go look at those and see if I can get those done before I head to work real quick. To see if I can update those. Okay? Be well, and I will see you all soon. Bye.